I still remember the crunch of gravel under his boots. Heavy, deliberate steps, each one echoing through the quiet night like a countdown. My hand was bleeding, knuckles raw from punching the wall inside her apartment. And as his silhouette emerged from the darkness, tall, broad, with fists clenched, I realized this wasn't going to end with words. He stopped a few feet away, his voice low and trembling with rage. "You touched her." I laughed, though my voice cracked halfway through. "You mean your girlfriend?" "Yeah. She touched me first." That was the moment he promised to snap my neck. And that was the moment I smiled. Because he had no idea who she really was. It started months earlier, when I met her at the gym. Her name was Alina. She had this easy confidence, the kind that made everyone else fade into the background. She said she came there to clear her head, but I always noticed the way she stared at her phone between sets, like waiting for someone to text. At first, it was nothing. Small talk between workouts. Then coffee. Then late-night messages about how unfair love can be. I should have seen it, the quiet red flags in her words, the gaps in her stories, the way she avoided eye contact when I asked if she was single. But I didn't. Or maybe I didn't want to. I'd just come out of a long, miserable relationship. I was lonely, bitter, craving something that made me feel seen again. Alina knew exactly how to fill that void. She had a way of making her pain sound poetic. "He doesn't understand me," she'd say softly. "You do." It's amazing how easily those 4 words can dismantle reason. The first time we kissed, it wasn't even planned. We were walking back from a late-night diner, laughing about some dumb movie. She stopped mid-sentence, looked up at me, and whispered, "Can I just forget everything tonight?" I didn't ask what she meant. I just kissed her. That night, in her apartment, I noticed 2 wine glasses in the sink. A leather jacket on the chair that wasn't mine. A faint scent of cologne hanging in the air, sharp, masculine, foreign. I told myself it was nothing. Maybe a friend. Maybe an ex. Maybe I was overthinking it. I wanted to believe her when she said, "I'm done with him." But every lie needs a believer, and I was the perfect one. A week later, I got the first real crack in her story. We were lying in bed, her phone buzzing non-stop on the nightstand. She ignored it the first few times, then flipped it face down. But when she went to the bathroom, the screen lit up again, Ethan Red Heart Hash. I didn't touch the phone. I just stared at it, feeling something cold settle in my chest. When she came back, I pretended to be asleep. I wanted to hear the truth from her lips, not from a screen. But the truth came in a much uglier way. 2 days later, I went to her place unannounced. I was planning to confront her. Maybe end things before it got worse. But when I got to her door, I heard voices inside. His voice. Deep. Possessive. Familiar from the background of her video calls. Then her laughter, soft, guilty, the same one she used with me. My heart didn't just break. It collapsed. I left without knocking. I didn't even know where I was walking to. Just away. That night, she called me. Said it was a mistake. Said he showed up unexpectedly. Said she didn't want to hurt anyone. But betrayal isn't a single moment. It's 1,000 tiny choices stacked like knives, and by the time you see them, you're already bleeding. I told her it was over. She cried. I hung up. I thought that was the end of it. Until he showed up at my door. The moonlight hit his face when he stepped closer. He was easily 6'4", muscles carved from labor or rage. His jaw twitched when he spoke. She told me everything. Said you tried to force yourself on her. For a moment, my brain stopped. Then it hit me. That was her cover story. She'd spun me into her web, then flipped the narrative the moment it suited her. I'd been used as a weapon in whatever sick cycle she was caught in. He took another step forward. You think I won't do it? You think I won't break you? The rage that had been simmering in me for weeks boiled over. Not at him, but at her. At the manipulation. The lies. The way she'd twisted 2 men against each other while pretending to be the victim. I looked him dead in the eye and said, "She's still lying to you. Check her phone." He hesitated. Just for a second. Then he grabbed my collar, shoving me against the wall. His breath smelled like whiskey. His hand tightened around my throat. But I smiled. Because I knew that second of hesitation would destroy her more than any punch could. I whispered, "She sent me a text 10 minutes before you got here. I miss you. He's out. Come over." His grip loosened. Confusion flickered in his eyes. Then doubt. Then realization. He let go. I stumbled, coughing. He stared at me, then turned away, pulling out his phone. I watched his expression shift from fury to disbelief as he scrolled. Silence. Then the sound of him walking away, slowly, heavily. He didn't come back. Neither did she. Weeks passed. Her name stopped showing up on my phone. The gym felt emptier without her, but also cleaner, like the air itself was lighter. Sometimes, when I catch my reflection in the mirror, I think about the night he promised to snap my neck. About the smile I gave him before everything fell apart. It wasn't pride. It wasn't defiance. It was the quiet, dangerous satisfaction of finally being free from a lie. Because in the end, she didn't just lose 2 men. She lost the ability to manipulate anyone who truly saw her. And me. I walked away with my neck intact, and my soul no longer bent under the weight of her deceit.